The second map between Na'Vi and HellRaisers is about to begin on Overpass, of course.
Of course.
A map that both two teams are, you know, definitely able to play. Obviously, we've not seen HellRaisers with their current roster with the addition of Bondic touch that map just yet, but this will be a nice, at least chance to work out what we're going to see. Obviously, a bit of a dominant performance over on Inferno. Do you think that's going to be the same story, or do you think HellRaisers can come back?
I think there's more of a room, or more room here for HellRaisers to have a bit of a footing in this matchup. Obviously, the last game, I mean, both pistols won by Na'Vi. Also, gun rounds, etc. and whatnot, very one-sided in favor of Na'Vi going forward on Inferno, but, you know, into Overpass now, I feel like if there is a... we always say this, if there's a chance for an upset, it's either going to be now or then or whatever, but yeah, I don't think Na'Vi... Sorry, I don't think HellRaisers win this one. I still think it's going to be Na'Vi taking the victory, but I think it might be a 16-12, 16-13. I hope we have one competitive game. What, 16-5 already, 16-5, 16-6. Give us a game where it's intense and it's back and forth and we don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
That's all we want.
Well, like,
good games, good Counter-Strike.
I agree with you when I say, you know, if there was any map that they would win, I'd say maybe this one.
Or Cash, but obviously Na'Vi aren't going to play that.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
like the way that Na'Vi played in the previous map, I think if that carries on going into Overpass, I would not be surprised at a 16-6. You know, I think there's more room, like you say, but Na'Vi are looking really good, which is something, you know,
refreshing.
Refreshing, yeah. I was going to say, I didn't want to say rare to see, because, you know, they are a good team, but they're not consistent enough. And that's the issue. So let's hope they consistently drags out to the second map and they can have a good start on Inferno. Obviously very dependent on those pistol rounds. If HellRaisers take 2 pistol rounds, suddenly it's a whole new ball game. Suddenly HellRaisers, you know, they could be the ones taking a dominating lead against Na'Vi, you know, if they crush their confidence in that matter. But, you know, Na'Vi look good on the pistols. We saw a couple of, you know, good 3Ks. Edward picked up one on the site as well.
Flamey as well on default, yeah.
Yeah, so good stuff. Na'Vi looking nice coming into the second map at least.
Yeah, I mean, Electronic, what was it? Electronic 4K on the Glock pistol. Obviously, on the CT side, Flamey just locking it down on towards default. So, yeah, I mean, got to agree with you. These pistol rounds definitely make a massive difference going forward into these matchups. I mean, if you're HellRaisers right now, you have to look at it as a best of one. You know, this is one isolated matchup. Forget the last map. Forget whatever you thought, you know, if there was frustration, if there was any thoughts or doubts as your play in the last map, try and forget about it and come in as a new, fresh, ready in for Overpass, because this map you can definitely win, especially as well if for these best of ones, with the upsets, the pistol rounds are just so almost required almost for those upsets, right? It gives you the buffer of potentially up to 6 rounds, and obviously, you know, 16 compared to 10 is a massive difference.
Definitely, and it'd be nice to see Na'Vi not only continue in this matchup looking strong, but also in the season as well, right? They were the team, obviously, for those unaware, who faced relegation in the previous season after coming 13th out of 14. Yeah. Big were the ones who go instantly down to MDL, and obviously Na'Vi were very close to doing so. They beat Godsent in New York, so they did keep their spot here for another season. But to be honest, I think this is a great season for them to actually rise up. Now, crazily enough, they've got one of the more longer-standing rosters in Pro League, with most of the top teams making roster changes prior or post the major.
Vega Squadron, how isn't it? Most. I remember I casted Vega Squadron's first tournament. It was a CIS minor. I'd been casting for 2 weeks or a week or something crazy. And yeah, you know, I remember talking about, oh, this player came from here, this player came from there. Now, you know, it's all come together, culminated together.
2 years
and now
later.
it was December last year, so 1 year and 2 months. Wasn't actually that long ago. So yeah, 1 year, 2 months. I think their roster's 14 months. That makes sense.
I think it's a couple of years actually. I think it's pretty long.
I'd put money on it. Shouting on money. Do we have the betway odds?
Oh, that'd be nice if our production, if we can throw them under the bus there and we can get the production.
Oh, no, we can't.
Ah, slacking. Don't worry, we'll make up for it with our league. Either way.
What would you? Okay, if you could make the odds for Betway,
okay.
What would they be?
After the first map, so just for this singular map. I would go, because it was 1.7 for Na'Vi originally.
And
wasn't
2.
Yeah,
1.7,
2.05.
2.1 or something.
2.05. I'm pretty sure.
2.05. Okay,
how
there you go.
So I would probably go lower. I'd probably go 1.4 for Na'Vi moving into the second map.
1.4?
Yeah, after that performance,
that's still good odds.
1.4, 1.5, something like that. And HellRaisers, I'd say, you know, 2.2, 2.3.
Really? That's actually really good odds.
I'm going to give it to Na'Vi.
I would actually lean it more maybe 1.3 to 2.7. I'd say, yeah, especially the last map as well, but I think we're ready with that map, and I hope so.
Yeah, we are.
Because who doesn't love a good game of Counter-Strike, which we haven't had today? It's been blowouts. It's all been one-sided matchups.
Good games, though. Good games aside from the blowouts. Good performances from the winning teams, and Na'Vi look to replicate that here as well. Either way, you can go actually look at the real odds instead of guessing like us. But we're here anyway into the pistol round utility on just Dead Fox this time. HellRaisers is not as dependent on that as they were on Inferno. And Na'Vi, at least this time, they have a kit, so not just going full armor.
Fast play here towards Connector. They have one player towards B, one player towards A. So they can go up towards B short or up towards A. Right now, they're listening for any sound cues, Hugo. They're waiting to hear if there's anyone towards B short, waiting to see if there's anyone towards mid. What they're trying to do is see if they can find the first frag towards one half of the map, and then obviously pounce on that half of the map itself, right? They find a frag towards B short, you go B. You find a frag towards toilets, towards A long, you go A. But it seems like their first frag found onto Flame is going to be B.
Yeah, retake setup for Na'Vi. Apart from Flame, you just hidden there on the barrel. So HellRaisers with no contention getting into the site, they expect that position. There's the odds. Very interesting. We'll talk about that after the round as HellRaisers. They are going to, favouring HellRaisers, which is a bit of a switch.
I think it might be the wrong way around.
or people are just very confident in HellRaisers. I don't know, but they seem to have picked up the pistol round and Electronic desperately trying to grab the gun.
This is why, obviously.
And those are the actual odds, confirmation.
Wow, really?
Wow.
I'm
not a betting man.
We're not allowed to bet. We're not allowed to bet.
I'm not a betting man.
But if I had money, Na'Vi would be right now my search bar.
Well, it's definitely an option for those at home, but I will not give you financial advice. Either way, 1-0 for HellRaisers, looking good into this map, as the odds suggest. Na'Vi, they're going to have a scout and play on Simple, pistols on everyone else, the force buy as expected, but HellRaisers have actually gone very safe with the rifles here. They've not invested in 2 or 3 SMGs, which seems to be the meta at the moment, and already Woxic is dead. Simple with the scout. Name a more iconic duo.
Very, very blunt there, but nevertheless, Issa will trade 1 frag at least. It wasn't as simple, but it is a frag at that. So grenade coming out towards the T-stairs. I mentioned before the 2-man play towards Connector and how crucial it is for HellRaisers on their T side. Obviously sending 2 in towards Connector, 2 towards A, and 1 towards B. Systematically though, finding a frag apiece across the board. Just going to be 2 versus 3 now. Na'Vi actually onto low HP. Electronic there 13 points of health. Simple as well onto 34. So even though they had the man advantage for a split second, 3 versus 2, they're still going to be against the odds right now. HellRaisers, they had a smoke, but they have the firepower, the HP, and now the man advantage as well.
Yeah, that's big. That's a kill that's going to at least solidify HellRaisers for the time being, although Electronic's position might catch these HellRaisers players off guard. The AK thrown over to Angel, who actually has health to work with. And they'll run up to the bomb. They shall be able to get it, but there's the pick from Electronic, traded from Angel, so it's kept in control. But running 4 rifles up against pistols and losing 3 of those rifles in an SMG, not the best for HellRaisers. They came out of that one very, very sloppily. And, this is a situation where you're Na'Vi, where you're pausing and maybe considering the force here, because HellRaisers don't have money.
It's such a big risk. Yeah, it's tempting, of course, but it's also such a big risk as well. On your CT side, okay, we know how fragile the CT economy is as it is, right? But when you force in these force buys and these potentially overzealous buys as well, the problem is you extend this rot, as we always speak about, right? 2-0 down now, you lose this round, you go 4-0 down. But obviously,
before even seeing guns,
exactly,
that's the worst part.
Exactly. So you're on your favourite side, CT side of Overpass. You also could have been down, 4-0, 5-0. Is it really worth that one risk of resetting the money? Even then, you're not going to have the best money going into the buy, and HellRaisers still have cash to work with. So, or a little bit of cash, yeah, but still. Deagle there for Woxic. UMP coming out for Bondic. SMG as well for Dead Fox, but apart from that, 2 AKs onto Issa and Angel. So they have the weaponry to stack up the cash. Woxic as well is going to be on low funds, so he's going to be saving for the AWP into the next round. That's why he hasn't got for, UMP and utility as well. Just has the Deagle, so he can buy an AWP into the first buy round. Potential boost coming out here towards B short, or rotation at that, as we will wait to see. So, first frag found there by Simple. Boosted up towards Sandbags before the first frag into Connector. 5 versus 4. You mentioned more iconic just giving it away there. More iconic duo between Simple and the Scout. I'd say Deagle and Simple is pretty more iconic.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. At least he'll open up, again, another eco with his pick. But HellRaisers still shouldn't be too worried just yet. They're about to execute onto A. There's still lots of Na'Vi players here, but we do have the weaponry to work with on this T side. Edward's close on the corner. If he finds the opening kill here, this starts to get dangerous. But no, Dead Fox will regain composure. Flamey picks up 1 with a P250, but it's only 1. He gets overrun, and so does everyone else on the site. So HellRaisers, yeah, they lose a couple of men, but it's their round to take. We already knew their money was low coming into this one, so they didn't have the best of buys. But Na'Vi even less so. Now we'll be seeing the buy from Na'Vi, and the question is, how much do HellRaisers really have? Yeah, no, they'll be fine. Okay, good. Both teams having enough to buy at the very least.
Yeah, but what is the extent of their economy though, right? How far can it go? If they lose one round, are they going to be instantly reset? So, what, 1.4k onto Bondnik, what, 3.9k, so he can buy. Apart from that, only one player could buy an AK, actually, Hugo, if they lose this round. So this is a really pivotal round for Na'Vi. If they win this one, they could potentially force out a weak force buy, force an eco. High chance we see a 3-3 scoreline if Na'Vi can pull through the first buy round.
Ooh, Edward throwing a spanner in the works already, pushed up Simple for support on long as well. But Woxic plays very passive. So HellRaisers maybe aware of the possibility here. Edward actually won't commit, so he'll fall back. That's good, at least. There's no point, you know, if you continue pushing, it can get to a dangerous spot where HellRaisers are just ready, waiting for you. If you don't find an early pick, just give up the position. The only issue with no utility left for Na'Vi apart from Electronic with a smoke flash, Simple with just a single flash, they are going to need to take gunfights here. Flash over long, Simple pushes by, passes it, but Woxic still hits the shot. Simple won't connect that first pick, so HellRaisers now already off to a good start.
Man advantage now for HellRaisers going forward into this round. You have Edward in towards toilets. The problem is right now, Na'Vi have lost the first player. They have no defuse kits. They have one flashbang onto Electronic. That is it. So HellRaisers, what? Smokes, Molotovs, if they go for an execution towards the B-bomb, so the round pretty much should be as good as done. So, Na'Vi, sorry, I keep saying this. Flamey, sorry. Will rotate towards the ace site. First frag found by Edward, so it is a 4 versus 4, but look at the rotations coming out from Na'Vi. 3 players towards A, leaving Electronic with the sole utility and that one flashbang alone towards B. Unfortunate scenes here as the over-rotation has come through.
He does blind 2 players, but there's no one there to act off the back of it. Flamey will drop into the pit, but he's so low, it's just going to take a single bullet. And there it is, to the head. Issa finds it. Angel will open up as well, and as you expect, it's not. They go for the execute. One smoke, and HellRaisers take the bomb site. It's now just Zeus. He had a great previous map, but will he be able to repeat the success? He's found the first kill. And bomb? Oh no, Bondnik, don't tell me this is going to happen.
He's still got time.
Oh, scary stuff, but he's got to stick the plant. Zeus, he's actually not going to know he's planting. It finally goes down in the nick of time, but Bondnik's going to drop into the pit. Surely Zeus doesn't win this 1v1. Bondnik's already begun to wrap the heaven, though, with the bomb being in a very open plant position. Bondnik should have this round, you'd like to think. Zeus needs to work that one out sooner rather than later, but he's not checking the corner. He's not checking the angle. He doesn't expect Bondnik to be up here, so still clearing the pit, still expecting a close position. Bondnik, I think he's just mind gamed this clutch. Zeus, I think, is finally going to realize that, but no, he's not even checking heaven. He's just looking at graffiti. So Bondnik surely going to win this round. There it is. HellRaisers, they take it. But once again, Snods, these rounds are getting close.
Oh, of course, yeah. One player survived this time, so Bondnik can jump over and or potentially 2 Woxic. But now Na'Vi about to feel the burn of karma, essentially what we saw in Inferno being dealt back towards them, obviously down 4-0. No cash, no money. They will go for a bit of a quasi-buy. Actually, Flamey will invest rather heavily, but he has the $3,400 round loss bonus, so we'll have $4,000 into the next buy round. The problem is, though, are they over-investing, right? Overpass, a map where utility is so important. Obviously, early Molotovs towards B short, Molotovs and smokes towards Monster, flashbangs to delay pushes. How important is the smokes towards middle as well, and Molotovs towards a long, you name it, right? The list is endless, right? You know, constantly investing into CZ, Kevlars, Scouts and Armor, oh, actually there's no Kevlars, that's fine, but are they over-investing? Do they have enough room? Ooh, actually find one frag, but will they have enough cash going to the buy rounds? Maybe. Unless they can try to steal this one away. Instant reply coming from HellRaisers. They know there's 3 players towards Connector coming out from Na'Vi, so can they try to exploit a weaker defense? Just simple alone towards A.
Oh, Dead Fox. Got to be careful up on long. Luckily, Na'Vi aren't in the site just yet, but they're beginning to rotate, so he's going to have to go big. There's the opening kill. One more on the truck. That's Simple to trade with the Deagle. There's still more Ts here to contest, but there's in fact more CTs, and mainly because they're getting the kills. Electronic follows up onto Issa. And that leaves just 2 lone surviving members of the HellRaisers roster to hold off onto this round. The guns have been picked up on the A site, scavenged by Na'Vi players. And HellRaisers looking to rotate down through B. Or maybe not. That could have been their opportunity to win this round, as Na'Vi have completely given up that site. But now Edward, he's getting misinformation. He's pushed up through toilets. He's cleared this area of the map. He thinks, okay, they're not hitting A, surely. But now he's going to be behind them. They don't check it either. And there's the kill onto Woxic. That should be the round in and of itself. Bondnik has to run all the way back, get the bomb, and get the plant with 3 Na'Vi players around this side. Surely impossible, right? Gets one, turns back around to the site, spots a second, but he's getting flanked in the meantime, and Zeus isn't overstepping the mark. There's the kill, and there's the round for Na'Vi.
And there you have it. So, we love to be proven wrong, or myself proven wrong. I'm saying and overstating, are they potentially too harsh in these investments? Are they going for the, you know, Kevlar, Smoke, CZ, or Scout, Kevlar, whatnot? Are they investing too heavily into these quasi rounds instead of the full buy rounds, which you should be winning in terms of consistency, right? When you want to have a good performance on one of these maps. Seems like when you have such skilled, talented players, and maybe there is a bit of a discrepancy between the skill between HellRaisers and Na'Vi, you can really exploit that with those pistols, with those deagles, with those scouts, as we said before, in claiming these rounds with the quasi-buy, just upgraded pistols and 1 scout. So, round number 6, Na'Vi obviously claiming the round with the quasi-win. And actually one of the great things about this, Hugo, is not only have they reset the money now for HellRaisers as to these rounds being so close, only 1 player surviving out of 2 of the victories for HellRaisers, so 2 rounds to actually accumulate money, 2 rounds they've lost it. But also because when you have the quasi-buy, you already have $2,000 in your bank account, right? Your bank balance is 2K. You then suddenly win with the pistols. You pick up the fallen weapons from HellRaisers. Don't have to reinvest. Plus, you get the round win bonus, which is $3,500. Suddenly, you've got 5K in the bank. You picked up the weapons, and the sides have just suddenly turned. And you're the one with the money, and they're the one without.
Yeah, it's so beneficial, but the HellRaisers really don't have anything to work with in this round. I don't expect to see them be picking up scavenge guns from Na'Vi. Defense should be good enough here from the CT side. Flashbang down through long will force the peak, but Angel catches Flamey from short with the flash. As now Angel looks to come out onto the site. Simple's going to defend it with the AWP, and Electronic can just spray these armor players down. It's pretty easy. 4 kills, one of them actually from Zeus in the end, but no issue for Na'Vi to shut down the B play. It was a scary pick, but it will go no further. HellRaisers now have the money to play with on most of their players. Bondit going to be struggling to invest, but everyone else can get AKs with utility in. So 4-2 up for HellRaisers. And funnily enough as well, in that round, I think it was Edward up on short, sprayed his spray on the, sprayed his graffiti on the sign up towards toilets on short. That actually stops HellRaisers from lining up set aids, because they don't know, where to aid.
Yeah, the Molotov's behind, you can't molly out behind default, you also can't, gosh, what else can you do? You can still
throw a stairs
smoke towards stairs, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many other smokes towards stairs and bank that are so easy off the top of my head, so it's not a huge issue, but it can sometimes create problems. I've seen players try to line up smokes and then realize, oh god, I don't know what I'm doing. But what's happened this round? HellRaisers, they've taken a pick up on B, and in fact 2 of them are only at the cost of 1. Electronic going to look to try and trade these early kills by pushing up through short, and he may actually be able to catch Issa off guard here. He's alone, although he will fall back. Angel's going to open up the door, spotted by Electronic, so now he's pincered between 2. He's got to be aware of that. Angel, damage done. Only slightly though. Electronic still watching his backlines for that flank from Issa, but instead Simple turns it back into a 3-on-3. That means Electronic is not in a position where he's needing to get a kill. He can just go back to the site.
3 versus 3, 50 seconds left. Electronic able to get behind towards short, but the timing doesn't work in his favor. Issa will find one instantly though. Denied a second by Simple's AWP. 2 versus 2, and seems like HellRaisers are going to be rather indecisive of whether or not they want to go towards the B site. Recalibrating themselves now, running up towards Banana, Simple the up towards Truck. If he misses 1 shot here, Hugo, this could be a 2 versus 1 friend win.
Oh, there's the kill onto Woxic though. That should be it. Oh, doesn't get the follow-up, just moving on the edge, but Simple, as always, hits the flick.
Of course, if he misses 1, there's a chance, but doesn't miss those easy ones. That's the surprising thing as well. Playing on such a high sensitivity, I say high sensitivity, you know, anything over 2.6, 2.7, 2.9, right, high senses, right? Yeah. You see Woxic can sometimes struggle to find the easy shots or the slight adjustment shots. You know, on Inferno was playing towards quad, he missed a lot of the boiler shots, right? Whereas it's Simple, it's really surprising to see someone so consistent at hitting every single AWP shot, still having that high sensitivity. But nevertheless, aggression coming out towards it along from Simple's AWP. This is the right play versus pistols. Let's see.
Well, Zeus has already found one with a G grenade, finishing off the tag onto Woxic. Simple, as you say, or up, going to find one, but it's Issa with the deagle to respond. They need to make sure they save that gun. Very expensive bit of weaponry, but it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Issa's the last man up already, and they've found him. They've chased him. Even coming from behind, that's going to be Flamey flanking out through B long, and Issa, he'll hit the tag onto Edward, but he won't hit the headshot. That'll be him. Na'Vi, 4 rounds on the board. So it was a good start for HellRaisers into this map. It made us question our own predictions, I'm sure, but Na'Vi have regained composure and control as we wait for both teams to buy up. The only issue is Na'Vi have money to fall back on, so HellRaisers is going to need at least 2 in a row to force these guys to eco, whereas it's not quite the same story. HellRaisers, yes, they have loss bonus, but they need a bomb plant to combine with it if they want to buy up next round.
Exactly. So for HellRaisers, obviously, they need to try and at least get 6 rounds with their T-side going forward as well. One of the things from HellRaisers is their default that's so strong on T-side Overpass. In terms of executions and whatnot, it isn't really their strong point. I want to be seeing great default plays coming out where they gain map control towards connector, towards middle, towards toilets, towards B short and whatnot. And then make that decisive mid-round call from Angel. Flashbang comes out, forces back Edward onto towards the site. And now they can try and force out information from Na'Vi, but also gain real estate in their own ground, in their own way. So great default coming from HellRaisers. I wanted to see this earlier.
Edward throwing a smoke behind him as well on short, so he can still sit in the toilets. could catch HellRaisers off guard, but they are playing this one so slowly as well, just trying to wait for any kind of aggression Na'Vi have been showing, and that has been pretty common in these last 4 rounds especially. Zeus just jump spotting long, making sure HellRaisers don't push up close to the site. And they're not, they're just setting up smokes over towards A. Simple's got to be here with the AWP. Edward's still in close position as well, so they've got to be careful. There's a lot of Na'Vi players up towards A, and Simple's already started off. There's the first kill. He spots the AWPing player push around the corner as well, so he doesn't want to commit with the re-peek. Flash over, Edward looks away. Issa needs to clear behind this smoke because Edward still sits there in the corner. Oh, there's a spray. He finds it. That's a big one. There's now 30 seconds left for HellRaisers. They have to hit this bomb site. They're running out of options. They can't rotate back down to B. Zeus is already here. Spots a shadow. Takes down Dead Fox. Simple with the AWP can get everything done as well. And even though Zeus is forced down into the open, he still gets a kill before he goes down. How is he allowed to get away with that? Simple back to the truck once again. 15 seconds. I don't think there's even time for HellRaisers. They can't get him out of this corner. Finally, Woxic does. And now he's in a 1v2, but the repeat will be too fast. Electronic is there. And HellRaisers, they just took too long to take that A bomb site.
Exactly, they're hoping to find a frag towards the default site, having the open to Woxic as well, trying to find the entry towards it. The problem was they never found it, and obviously you waste so much time trying to see if you can dig for gold, essentially. Found nothing, forced into such an awkward position, obviously. Simple playing towards truck with the AWP. He's going to be landing those shots for days. I'm close and personal. Na'Vi deliver. 5-4 now. As we saw a what was it? 4-2 or even 4-0 in favor of Na'Vi. Sorry, in favor of HellRaisers early on into this half. They win the pistol, they win the first buy round, and ever since this eco round, this quasi-round victory...
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. That was 1 for Na'Vi. Maybe conversely, HellRaisers can win their own quasi-buy.
Zeus is still here though, he should be able to catch up the kill, but Angel, surely that was a no-scope. Flick onto the head of Zeus. Things are falling apart for Na'Vi. Someone needs to step up. It might have to be Edward. There's one. Damage to follow up and a Molotov and a flashbang to try and keep them at bay, try and keep himself alive, but Bondic's already found Flamey on the bomb site, leaving just Edward. This round is over, Snods. HellRaisers have done it. They've taken a 5th and they've done it with just pistols, a D to close things out.
Yeah, I mean, Na'Vi, they're trying to get aggressive versus the pistols in towards Connector. Maybe not expecting the Kevlar with CZs or the early aggression towards Connect. You can see the ports coming out as well for Na'Vi. They have to try and reconcile their money. I mean, what, 7,000 onto one player source, so at least they could get 2 M4s. But do they want the AWP for Simple? We've seen how important it's been playing towards truck, playing towards the A site. In terms of utility as well, it's going to be lacking. We can see them swapping over. I believe that was an AWP and a FAMAS as well in the hands.
Yeah, I can see an AWP there. One thing that surprised me, at least from this Na'Vi CT side, is we've not seen any aggressive plays. Simple's not really pushed up onto to party to try and find an early pick. Yeah, we've had a couple of rounds where they take long control and, Edward pushes up to Fountain, finds nothing, falls back. But we've not really seen any, picks come off of it. It's actually only hurt Na'Vi more than it's helped them, to be honest, because, they've won the last 5 rounds, aside from the Eco, they won the last 5 rounds by just playing the sites and just waiting until HellRaisers ran out of time, because it seems like, in terms of executes, HellRaisers haven't been winning those duels. Interesting,
actually, you mentioned that. I remember actually casting Fnatic versus HellRaisers, the IM Katowice qualifier, 1-2 weeks ago, if that. And actually, it was 11 or 12-3 half in favor of Fnatic, where Fnatic played so aggressive on their CT side. JW, Crims would push A long every single round. JW peeking in towards mid, peeking connector, and it seems like now Vega Squadron are setting the meta now on Overpass CT side, where aggression is now such a strong point for the CT defense, taking the jewels which are in your favor, obviously pushing towards A long, using the smoke towards mid to your advantage. Perfect pop flashes in towards middle. I think one of the steps we see from Vega Squadron is 4 towards A, where you have JR with a flashbang, they flash, they have a peek towards mid, peek towards party, peek towards A long. But aggression is so important on CT side. Overpass.
Oh no, that is not fun to see. No, Bondic, he even follows up. Zeus looks in for the trade after Flamey whiffs his shot. Now it's all on Electronic, can't find a thing. HellRaisers, that just shows it. They find a pick, they instantly barrel onto the bomb site. There's no slowing down from this team, and they just flex their muscles. 3 kills at the cost of none, and the bomb down for this T side. Na'Vi looking to save.
Most definitely. Edward playing the bench angle towards Tortoise will find 1 frag, but apart from that, as you said before, saving now for Na'Vi, throwing in the towel. Yeah, I mean, we speak about how important the CT aggression is on an overpass, especially towards A. Or just walking, I believe it was Flame with the AWP actually, usually he does, it's Flame with the AWP, walking in towards B shot, misses the first frag, obviously has to cock the AWP, and no chance there, obviously was instantly taken down, so Zeus fell with him, and apart from that, Electronic left to basically stop it all from crumbling apart. But what was he? 1 versus 4 towards that B-bomb site?
Pretty much, yeah.
Couldn't really do much in that scenario. So, for Na'Vi,
it's just the instant trade from Bondic. Like, Zeus whiffs the shot as well.
He actually legged him, but that was it.
Yeah, that's not a round you want to experience if you're Na'Vi. Of everything going for you, you have all the weaponry to work with, and you lose it off the back of just one failed shot. That failed shot loses in the round. As now Na'Vi are going to be digging deep in their pockets to find whatever money they can. We've got an AWP, we've also got a pistol in play, so a big disparity of wealth across the Na'Vi lineup, as HellRaisers going to be very happy with the economy they have going forward. Not only winning the eco, but the buy to follow up with a flawless one, almost. Lost 2 on the exit to Edward.
Yeah. So their money's looking good going forward as well, as you just said. Obviously, into round number 13 and 1, or if they lose consecutive rounds, that's another story. No. And once again, you know, trying to get aggressive alone might not be the right rebuttal here, obviously. A lot of the times we see the double push towards B short, or you have a rifle waiting towards sandbags with an AWP pushing towards B short. That's one of the things that SK do on Overpass. You know, single player aggression in the CT side Overpass is so risky, because if you miss, if you fail, it's so hard to get more than one frag and die.
Well, with Na'Vi a man down, and not only a man but an AWP down, they now need to have some form of rebuttal. Woxic will even take down Flamey down towards B, and that's actually going to throw a real spanner in the works here for this Na'Vi side, because they've got no one on this site. Electronics only just rotated back in, but he's got no nades to stop this. He has to take fights. This is a real awkward spot to get the job done from, so he'll only get a 1-for-1 before he goes down. And now, out of nowhere, Edward's last alive. So HellRaisers have taken the B-bomb site. Edward looks to 1v4. Bondic walks into the spray, but surely there's no more, and it's not the case. Woxic finishes off the round. And HellRaisers, this T-side is looking phenomenal so far. 7-5. Na'Vi back on pistols. HellRaisers looking to bring this to 8. No response from the CT side.
Yeah, and the response as well in terms of aggression was, what, one player pushing towards B short with an AWP, an isolated player again towards connector with an AWP, so they're trying to go for the aggressive players on the CT side to gain the advantage with the AWPs, but doing it alone is obviously extremely risky. But nevertheless, there will be the eco coming out from Na'Vi, which is a rare sight to see. 2 Deagles, 1 CZ, a P, sorry, yeah, P250 there for Zeus and a USP for Simple. Probably going to be saving for an AWP into the next buy round. Ooh, actually, Flamey coming in through mid, does he hear the steps?
I think he knows, but do they know? That's the question. No one's watching the backside. AWP turns round, but he luckily gets a shot in time. Looking for a second, Issa will trade. But hey, with a Deagle, a 1-for-1 isn't the worst situation to be in. Happily for Issa, though, he'll line up just 2 more on the A site. So that opens up A for HellRaisers, gives them this eco a lot safer. 8-5 looks to be pretty much guaranteed at this point. I don't think we're going to see much from the USP or the CZ. R and off angle, Symbol holding on to the toilets, but I mean, no one's walking up here. Angel is, but eventually, surely he'll just see the barrel of the pistol, and he does. Spots the head of Simple, holding a very tight angle, as Electronic now has to try and get something done. He'll hear Issa up through long, but on the back of 3 kills, this is very confident. He'll take the fight, and Angel will clean it up. So HellRaisers 8-5, Na'Vi throwing in the eco, now back on guns.
I think that's crazy as well for HellRaisers, as even if they lose the remaining 2 rounds here, Hugo, they still have the advantage over in the half. They're going to finish 8-7 at bare minimum. But can they get more? When you look at the buy as well for Na'Vi, lacking the defuse kit, maybe there's a chance. Not sure what that was, but I think it was a Windows reboot. Nevertheless, what was I saying? Defuse kit.
Hello, someone at the door?
It does sound like the doorbell ringing, doesn't it? Do you want a pizza?
No, just doorstep reserves.
Nice plug, mate. I like it.
Angel, though, quick pick up to the connector. Got it on Simple in the previous round with the AWP, and now he takes down Edward, so that's a good frag. I like that nade. Good lineup through the top of the window, so damage done to Issa and Woxic. But still, how much will that damage amount to, at least? Will Na'Vi be able to close out the round? Because Simple's posted up towards the A site. He gets flashed out. He jumps, somehow falls out of the position alive, because HellRaisers actually don't chase off the back of that flash. They just used it to cross towards long. That's exactly where Issa's headed.
5v4, the minute left on the clock. Angel doing the charge, actually going to be lining up some smokes. And, ooh, actually, where does that go? Towards bank, I imagine? Flashes come in as well, so I guess we're about to find out. Simple playing close range with the AWP. Where else would he be?
Oh, well, dead, apparently. Issa finds the headshot instantly after round in the corner. So now Zeus, he's got a big load on his shoulders, and he's got to carry it. As Na'Vi They've only got 2 players on this site. Crossfire from Zeus and Electronic. They're allowing him to walk up very close. Electronic does the damage. Zeus follows up. There's 2 kills apiece, but HellRaisers have already dropped back down towards B, where only Flamey remains. Although I say only Flamey, he's a whole beast to contend with, and he'll show that by dropping Issa. If he can follow up with 1 more kill, this secures a round for Na'Vi, almost guaranteed. And there it is. Bondik dead. Woxic to respond with the AWP, but he's got a huge task ahead of him, and he's not ready. Flamey defends the B site alone, and Na'Vi find their 6th.
HellRaisers have an abundance of cash going into the last round. 15th round at that, so 8-6 going forward. They have the cash to go for the full buy, nevertheless, after conceding the last round. So, AWP once again for Woxic. It seems like as well for HellRaisers, they can gain toilet control rather easily, right? They can get in towards connector, get in towards toilets, get in towards B short. They have control of the map. It's this last portion when they're trying to see if they can tilt Na'Vi over the edge, where you're going against an Electronic, a simple towards the A side truck with an AWP, or towards A side trying to work his magic, or Flamey, God forbid, towards the B bomb site. It's very hard, but let's see if they can force the issue as they're running in towards B.
Yeah, the information gained from the early push up towards A allows Na'Vi to just use all their utility early, expecting this push. However, now pretty much all of it's gone, and HellRaisers, they've thrown all theirs too, so they're just going to rush. There's the kill from Issa. Woxic follows up with the AWP onto Flamey, so no triple kill this round, leaves just 2 Na'Vi players coming from the back lines. Their early A aggression will amount to a quick retake, and with Angel getting caught out of position, Na'Vi may have an option back into the round. They still expect them to come from the A side of the map, but with Woxic dropping Edward, they don't know Simple's here, so he has the element of surprise. Sneaky on up, Woxic posted up on short, so Simple maybe getting a free kill, but Woxic, 200 IQ peak, he's going to find it. HellRaisers, 9 rounds to 6.5. They take the favor. So it was Na'Vi on Inferno to do the exact same, but this time HellRaisers are looking strong.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we saw the 9-6 scoreline on Inferno in favor of Na'Vi, and obviously the game actually concluded 16-6, so no rounds won for HellRaisers in the second half in Inferno. No. But now on Overpass, I said I hopefully would, well, I predicted, what, 16-13 I think it was? Something like that. Something close, something close. And the reason being is obviously, we know how strong Angel is on this map. It's one of those maps where if you have such a decisive leader in terms of mid-round cooling, the reason that Angel loves Connector is take control of toilets, take control of B short. If you have connector control, you can go for those fakes. You can run amok. We saw a lot of times where, even in the last round they won actually, they would send 1 player up towards the A site with the smokes and grenades that run down connector, got B short, and it was Flamey, for example. Yeah. Obviously won that round with a 3K to hold the site, but the principle still applies. So in terms of the fakes and connector being used as almost like a device to basically get in between the sites as quick as possible to sell the fakes as efficiently as you can. One
thing I would say is important as well is that on Inferno, no one really stepped up for HellRaisers. This map, again, the 2 stars that we know and love, Woxic hitting every shot with the AWP, out-dueling Simple, Issa getting entry frag after entry frag. They're looking very good, but this is fast for Na'Vi through connector. We've got 3 players here for the CT side, and 1 is apparently enough. Angel with a CZ finds both headshots, and Issa will follow up after the trade. So Na'Vi, they may try and hit this B side out of sheer desperation, but Bondik's already running back in. Smoke, gonna work for the plant, but not for the survival. Electronic gets picked, and now it's Simple. At least with an open plant to work with, can take control of Heaven, but he's in a 1v4. Even with this good position, this is surely only good for 1 or 2 kills. He will catch off 1. There's Woxic, but now they know where he is, and they can just jump on the bomb.
Bomb was planted from towards Heaven. Unfortunately, the smoke will shroud his vision. Another bomb defuse can come through, so 10-6 now going forward. HellRaisers is actually replicating exactly what we saw from Na'Vi and Inferno. Getting to that 10-6 scoreline, winning versus the Eco on the force by making it 12-6, and basically running away with the half after winning the first buy-round of the second half. And obviously, at that point, it was, what, 14-6? You could see the HellRaisers run out of steam, run out of gas, and pretty much gave up. So, 10-6 here, 4-round advantage for HellRaisers going forward into their city side, and this lead may grow as well when you factor in the weak buy coming up from Na'Vi. The bomb was planted there by Electronics. That will give them the extra cash, which means they can buy a round earlier, and that might be the lifeline they need if they want to try and fight back into this one.
But with both pistols, HellRaisers have to be so confident in the second map. It's going to take a lot from Na'Vi to pull them back into this game. This is not going to be that round, at least, not to be expected. Got connect control and a push up towards the A bomb site, but with Deadfox and Woxic both here, it's quite a troublesome twosome to compare with just the pistols of Na'Vi. Deadfox, he spotted it. He's got the nades though. He doesn't need to take the fight. Smoke goes down towards short. That at least cuts off one of the 2 angles he has to worry about, so he can just fully focus on toilets instead of getting rushed in through the left side. Na'Vi not opting to push that smoke, and Deadfox just playing with his food, toying with them. They do get very close, so he's got to worry about that, because Flamey's actually found the kill. He took down Woxic on the site, so Deadfox now needs to peek, because a kill is needed to be forced. Luckily, Angel makes up with 2 frags of his own, and even defends from the back, getting a 3rd. So what was scary for a second has now been pulled back into control of HellRaisers. Issa gets D'd. Be careful, HellRaisers. You don't want to offer up Simple too much, and they won't. Angel cleans up with 4 kills on the anti-eco, and now we wait for the buy of Na'Vi.
11-6. 5 AKs will be bought up by Na'Vi. So in terms of utility as well, it's not going to be the strongest. Just going to be Smoke Flash. Actually, Electronic going to be investing into a Molotov with no flashbang, which means there may be a call already that was said in freeze time. Let's see which site Na'Vi will allude to. They're going to be leaving Electronic alone towards the B site. He will actually throw the B shot molly. But apart from that, he's going to be rejoining the ranks towards connector, it seems. So 1 connector, 3 towards a 1T stairs. It might be a fast, a long take, or even fast tallest take here coming up from Na'Vi. See if they can push back the AWP, potentially if they expect one, or exploit the fact they have AKs versus the potential FAMASs and they expect UMPs.
Oh, the smoke fades and Woxic shoots preemptively, gives away his position. Somehow still alive in this corner, but they know exactly where he is, so Zeus can just take him down. Double peek from him and Flamey. Flamey with 2 kills as well in this round has opened up that A-bomb site. HellRaisers not seeming to be in the best of spots. Na'Vi have a 4 and 2 in their hands, and the A site looking to be taken simple, trying to find the opening kill to it, but Issa will deny that. Crazy how many duels Issa's winning. I think that's his 20th kill this map as well, as now Na'Vi look to drop down towards B. HellRaisers already on the read. They've got 1 Molotov. That needs to go down straight away, because Flamey's already about to pounce onto the site. The Molotov down, Electronic will burn in it, and Bondic will even follow up to Flamey. Now somehow HellRaisers from a 2v4 have brought this back.
2 versus 4, now into a 1 versus 2 in favor of HellRaisers on their CT side. They have the 5-round advantage, but do they know where Zeus exactly is? Has a smoke, so he can smoke off towards CT, but actually not going to give away the sound cue as of yet. Bomb will be planted, he still has a smoke to try and use, so smoke goes out towards CT. The biggest issue right now for Na'Vi is Zeus's HP, 18. 1 shot from the FAMAS, 1 shot from the M4 will take him down.
I mean, he needs to take a 1-on-1 instantly. He needs to make this round
easier for him. Or play a headshot angle towards the flower pot, unfortunately, you know.
Considers it, but he knows that they could still come from the back, although maybe not expecting it. He sits in the toilets. HellRaisers sneaking up onto the site. They're wasting a lot of time clearing positions when they need to just be tapping this bomb, getting Zeus to peek, because you know he's going to go for the fight the second he hears that bomb defusal sound. In fact, the time's really low. They're on the bomb. He doesn't even get challenged here. How is he winning that? Bondic gets the refrag, but there's no time. What? That's so slow from HellRaisers.
They didn't tap the bomb. They didn't force the peek. There's no reason for Zeus to peek in that scenario. You see HellRaisers there desperately trying to see if they can clear out all these angles towards the flower pots, towards banana, towards a long.
That's, yeah, I mean, it was a 2v4, so at the end of the day, they shouldn't have won it anyway, but the fact that they brought it to a 2v1 and then threw that round is just so unfortunate. Like you said, you know, just tap the bomb, force Zeus's hand. He has to go for some kind of information, otherwise, you know, he's just going to hide, and he did. He wins the round, so bit of a mistake from HellRaisers. They are not going to be too happy about that one, especially not with the money in this state. 3 pistols, a scout, and an M4 is all that stands, and Woxic somehow takes down Edward.
How was he low? Was it an HE grenade thrown towards the middle? Yeah, it had to be. So, early frag found coming out from Woxic. So 11-7 into round number 19, but it's actually the force spike coming from HellRaisers. We know that the money was so low for Na'Vi. Well, pretty much 0, obviously. They get the bomb down. They win the round, so what's that? 3.5k plus 800. 4.3k is what they have, $4,300. You kill Zeus as well, so you know everyone has to rebuy. If the CT side win this round right now, Hugo, this could be the end of the game. It goes 12-7. They force out another weak buy from Na'Vi. Then in eco, we could potentially be looking at a 14-7 scoreline if HellRaisers win this one.
I mean, it's a big one, but they've still got only pistols on 3 of their players, so despite the man advantage, they've got to be worried. Woxic tries to react to that shot, but he gets tagged down. It's the deagle from Dead Fox and makes up for it. There's a kill. But actually, did Electronic just kill Woxic by accident through the wall? He just took 2 kills. That is uncalled for, as now Na'Vi have the A site. Bondic's going to try and rotate up. If he can get a boost up here, maybe he can catch a player moving off with a plant spot. Issa will help him out. So off angle, but he falls off it straight away. Issa tagged as well. Now HellRaisers is definitely, you know, trying to work out, is this worth to go for? Yes, it is. Angel's found a pick.
2 versus 3 now. Electronic in towards default. Knows one towards his flank. We'll find the first frag, but the push comes in towards CT.
Oh, Electronic. Surely he can't get this done. There's a second kill. This is so low. Oh, Electronic. 1 bullet left. He finds the ace. And Na'Vi, 8 rounds on the board. They make it happen. That force buy from HellRaisers proves to be nothing up against Electronic. And now Na'Vi have the cash to play with, whereas it's an opposite story for the CT side.
Yeah, giving more room now, more leeway or footing for Na'Vi into this matchup. I mean, you have the 11-7 advantage. you could have been buying right now when you still have the 3-round lead versus Na'Vi, but you go for the audacious force buy, you take that risk, right? The game at that point's on a knife's edge between both these teams. HellRaisers win it, force out, weak force buy from Na'Vi, and an eco, you can look at 3-round gain, 14-7. Conversely, you now force out an eco, another extra round plus the round you won, and now we could be seeing 11-9, so this round comes in between of just 2 rounds separating these two teams itself. So Na'Vi been gifted a lifeline potential to come back into this one.
Flashbang for HellRaisers, they'll push up with it. Simple's here close on the corner, but they don't check it, and he can just spray and pray. There's 1, 2, and 3. Simple makes it look easy. Dead Fox is last alive now. This round is over. Na'Vi will find their 9th on the board, so they keep things strong. 1 kill onto Edward won't matter too much. HellRaisers can buy up, but there's no warp in play here. They don't have the cash for that. Even glass cannon. Rifles, armor, utility. They need some kits, or at least one. Because it's been these retake scenarios where HellRaisers have actually been losing out more often than not.
That's the thing, that these rounds have been so close. Down to the wire, 2 versus 2s or 1 versus 2s have been won for Zeus and Cope. The last round prior to the eco before this one was Electronic with the ace in the 2 versus 3, and then obviously the Zeus with the 1 versus 2. So these rounds have actually been in favor of HellRaisers up until the final seconds, when it seems like the individual play definitely does shine through for Na'Vi.
Dead Fox has $400 and didn't buy a kit, just to put that out there as well. I think that's a very dangerous decision to make.
I doubt he decided to do that. You know what? What day is it today? Tuesday, a bit late. Yeah, I was out last night. Do you know what? Let's not buy the fuse kit. Do you know what I mean? It's probably just like a... He pressed F4, did his buy, you know, auto buy, whatever. Just didn't, yeah.
Not thinking.
Yeah, shame.
Let's hope it doesn't come back to haunt HellRaisers, but Na'Vi, they look to take control towards A. Dead Fox is here. Yeah, he's actually not got the money. Good, it's just the buy not updating. But he will get the kill anyway. Now he's got $400, but it's a bit too late to go for that buy. Woxic flashed out, turns back around and saves his teammate's life, but maybe a little bit too late because they both die eventually. Zeus finds that kill, and now Na'Vi, they have opened up the A-bomb site. Bondic's going to try and rotate, but even as he gets up to the stairs, he's too late because Na'Vi's already on the plant spot. They can try and get this bomb down. That smoke solidifies their chances of having this A site. It's just up to HellRaisers. Do we want to try and retake? They know they don't have kits, so they probably just save, surely.
How many rounds have they lost in a row now? What, 11-6 down, I believe? So this would be 4 rounds in a row. If they save the... Oh, this is the problem, though. 1.4, 1.9, 2.4, 2.9. I think it's a 4-round loss bonus here, Hugo. If we could see the scoreboard, please, if that's okay.
Yeah, no, it is.
So, yeah, exactly 2.9k. So
they can't buy. No,
yeah,
they have to throw
Bondic's 100 away from the M4.
CZs and maybe some Kevlar, if they even want to go that far. I would say no Kevlar. I'd just say, you know, CZs and maybe a smoke each, and then you're spending $600.
And you save, obviously, for the next round, yeah.
Yeah.
So
get that open.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing 11-11 scoreline here, potentially. Obviously, now 10-11. HellRaisers saving 2 M4s. But as I said before, the round loss bonus only being 2,900, so they cannot afford to drop over 2 M4s. That would be the dream. Instead, though, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare in terms of how do you work out your money into round number 23. But nevertheless, into round number 22 now. 11-10. It should be a fairly decent eco coming across the board for HellRaisers. You can see they will buy Kevlar,
that's good.
pistols, but apart from that, just 2 M4s. We're probably going to see the M4s get aggressive. You can see Issa as well getting close towards mid. Might peek over the mid smoke and try find an advantage, or push long, or do something along those lines.
Yeah, and Woxic saving for the AWP. He's got 3250 after the buy this round, so he'll be fine. I'll have that open play, and that's something that they were very dependent on, as well as Issa, on that first half. Triple boost up towards B here for HellRaisers, looking to maybe catch someone out. Bondic's on the boost spot with a silenced M4, so that's definitely the gun for the job. Will Na'Vi expect it, though? They know that HellRaisers' money is going to be in a bit of a compromising state. Maybe they don't know to which extent. To what extent. They're very slow up towards B. The bomb's dropped outside of that part of the map. They're just trying to take Connector. Once they have that cleared, maybe they show a bit of presence towards toilets and drop back down towards this lower bomb site.
The irony in the way you Molotov out the cubby and stairs is you actually line up the Molotov with a fire extinguisher.
That's quite funny.
So triple boost coming out towards B short. Bondic currently hiding, waiting to see if someone will walk in front of him and give away the first frag potentially. Flashbang comes in. I doubt Simple checks this.
No. Who's checks this? Come on, with an AWP as well. Let's see. No, he walks into it. Oh, yes. Very well played from Bondic. He lets them walk past. He can get maybe 2 or 3 kills from this position, as long as no one else does. Oh, Flamey, he's going to check it. A free kill to Simple goes nowhere. And that's so important for Na'Vi. They safely will be able to enter the B-bomb site now. Yes, there are 3 players, but they're not well equipped enough. Angel, he has an M4 with armor, but Deadfox is going to try and get aggressive. There's a kill to Simple. He's got an AWP now. Deadfox, the gun he's known for. There's another shot with the AWP. They may be able to do this on a full eco. The M4s try and spray and pray, but they won't connect. Deadfox still sat towards short with 2 kills already found. Throwing the AWP out and running forward with the pistol to try and stop the bomb plant won't be enough. It's Issa in a 1v2. They molly off his position as he tries to work his way up short, but he's stuck in the smoke. Both Na'Vi players down towards long, and they're going to be aware of this possibility. With him not already being spotted towards the CT spawn, they're going to expect the flank, and so that smoke makes it clear. Issa trying to isolate a kill, but no one from Na'Vi peeks. In fact, he might even just save this AWP. Oh, no! There's one. Flamey dead. Time low, though. No kit to work with any of the players, and Zeus will peek out wide. Catch him off guard. Na'Vi, they will bring it close, but Na'Vi take the round. But 4 kills with barely any investment. HellRaisers got to be happy with that.
Yeah, the problem is right now, though, when it comes into the latter portions of these maps here, Hugo, is rounds are the commodity now, right? You can try and get the money going forward, but at this point, you know, 1, 2, 3 rounds, and you're already on the cusp of actually winning the map.
Yeah.
So even if you deal that damage to the economy, it's all about the rounds at this point. So round number 23, though, will be the 4-buy coming out from Na'Vi, and sorry, HellRaisers now, and Na'Vi. 11 to 11. So all for Woxic, kits across the board. They have 3 Molotovs. They had 4, but obviously Bondic using earlier towards Monster. Smoke comes out as well. Will deny any chance of a rush towards Monster. And speaking of Monster, seems as if Zeus has had an inkling as to that might be his next angle of approach in this battle. So early on for Na'Vi, they don't have control towards B shop. They have 4 players here. Lining up the smoke, so the Molotov towards barrels. Molly will come in, flashes as well. This is going to be a fast monster execute. Can Bondic hold the line?
Oh, he's fully blind, and he's going to continue to be blind as well. Peeks out wide, but he gets 1. M4 runs out of ammo, and Issa only going to get a single kill. This is favouring Na'Vi so far, so someone needs to turn the tide of battle. Angel is the man to step up and do that, dropping the bomb. And staying alive in the pit as well. Doesn't need to push forward for the kill. Can just wait for his teammate to rotate in. That's Woxic with the AWP. Angel's molly, he smokes it, so that'll make Na'Vi question whether he's pushing. He's still waiting for his teammate. Woxic's now in the site, and he has the angle, but maybe they're reconsidering. Maybe they're expecting Na'Vi to wrap back up, or Woxic could just trying to be getting into the heaven. That seems to be the case for now, but no, he's taking control up towards A, so they don't even know Na'Vi are down on B right now. They are expecting the potential fake.
My goodness, Angel going towards heaven as well. He can get the 1 frag and try to play the retake with the 2 versus 1 scenario. The problem is right now, Hugo, no defuse kit, but I believe 1 was dropped outside Monster.
Yeah.
So shouldn't be the biggest issue here for HellRaisers. The biggest issue is actually Na'Vi are coming towards the B side, not towards A where you previously thought.
10 seconds though, so this plant needs to come in straight away. Angel spotted it. That's Woxic coming down. This kill needs to go the way of Na'Vi, but it won't. And that's the bomb dropped. Oh no, do they even have time? Flamey, he can't pick it up. That's the round done and dusted. Doesn't matter if that kill's found. Woxic won't peek. And Na'Vi, they lose it to time. Not the first time I've said that, and certainly won't be the last, but that's a scary round to lose. Look at the money. It's on the edge of them going down to eco. They can buy up here, but if HellRaisers find their next round in a row, then Na'Vi are going to be down on pistols.
We can use the same argument, though, for HellRaisers. Once again, I mean, this is the round. I think if the winner of this round potentially does win the map.
Yeah.
The reason being is obviously you break the money for your opposition, you then force out a weak force buy, force out an eco, plus the round you win right now, you know, 15 to 11, right? Or 14 to 12 could be the different scorelines we're expecting here off of the back of this game now on a knife's edge in terms of the economy as both teams are on the cusp of being reset.
Let's see how Na'Vi decide to approach this. No AWP this time. Zeus slightly limited, but that won't make a huge difference in the setup. HellRaisers not having the utility this time to defend B. That's been something they've been relying on somewhat. Bondic sits close with the only kit of the team dropped deep in pit if he goes down, so better make this worth his while. They start to push. Smoke down. Bondic sits right in it. They have no idea. Issa may die, but Bondic is still surprising. They'll spray through the smoke. Zeus collides with him, and he'll find that kill. So now Na'Vi have a 2-man advantage, and HellRaisers have to quickly make the decision. Do we save the 3 guns so we can keep ourselves in this game, or do we give Na'Vi 12 and try and fight it?
Yeah, they're going to have to save it. If we could see the cash as well, if that's not too much to ask for, please. Can we see the cash scoreboard? Bomb goes down though, but yeah, so my goodness here. They're going to have 1.4k, so Angel, Deadfox can drop over UMPs at best, and even then,
yeah,
you're going to buy your armor, smoke flash, and there's not going to be much left.
No, this isn't great. I mean, yeah, we're not getting more than 3 rifles next round, I can tell you that now.
But this is what I meant about the weak force, but that comes after this round. Obviously, Na'Vi win this one now, 12-12. Win versus the weak force by the next round, 13-12. And then in Eco, 14-12. So high chance we see Na'Vi on the cusp of match point. Nevertheless, though, 4 versus 3. Obviously, the bomb going down. HellRaisers trying their best to save these weapons. Then again, for Na'Vi, the money isn't really the most abundant or something to really boast about, so they're not going to be going too overzealous or greedy, you could argue. So, 12-12, heading now into round number 25.
I'm very interested to see how HellRaisers will approach this money situation. Investments should be coming in. I wouldn't expect to see these guys eco. Yeah, no, there it is. Bondik and Issa force buy down. Got a CZ, we got a UMP. We got an AWP on Woxic. He needs to go big this round. He's the most equipped of all. We don't even have an AWP on the side of Na'Vi. That's how close these rounds have been getting. The money isn't great, as you say. Smoke towards that Molotov allows Woxic to peek around the edge, but Na'Vi have not taken control just yet. Careful, doesn't want to shoot his teammate. This isn't LDLC here.
Relevant banter. That's what we want to hear, Hugo.
Coming up later as well, LDLC versus AGO, a big match right after this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one, but obviously this one has to end. So 12-12, pivotal match here, sorry, pivotal round even. Going forward, Issa has the bait set up coming up from Woxic. Woxic will land the tag, but Issa trying to get away. Will land a bit more of a dink as well. So 2 players are now low from Na'Vi. They've seen the bomb towards B shot, but there's a minute left on the clock, and we know Na'Vi likes to play the time.
Yeah, they've already pushed out early though. Look at that. Already 1 player onto the site. The second one cornered in the monster position. Woxic getting burnt alive. He's not even going to be able to get a shot off. He's so scared of the floor, he can't even take down a player in the monster, as now HellRaisers are limited to 2. Again, same situation as last round, Snods. Do they save? Do they go? Probably not.
Should I save or should I go? There you go. That's the new
HellRaisers song, the theme tune.
Who even sung that? Do you know?
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. I'll have a little look.
That's cheating, but
yeah,
yeah, it counts. It counts. Cool. So, going to be saving up these 2 weapons here for HellRaisers. It is going to go 13-12, but they are saving a FAMAS and an M4, so there's a chance that the next round of maybe throwing a span of the works and maybe trying to make it, a 30-30. But even then, right, the teammates around Angel and Dead Fox are going to be on full eco, so should be the 14-12 as predicted, which means Na'Vi are basically 1 buy round away from winning, because you win that buy round.
Yeah.
You're at match point, and then obviously the CT side's onto a quasi-buy, CZs, Kevlar, you name it.
Should I stay or should I go by the Clash? Great.
Or was that from production?
No, I just checked.
From who, sorry?
Yeah, I just checked from the Clash. That's exactly what this match is, a clash between Na'Vi and HellRaisers. Very, very close though. Tactical timeout for the HellRaisers side, and I don't blame them with their money in this state. Probably going to maybe give up the 14th. I don't know. With 2 guns, you could certainly argue a buy around it, but then again, it's if you buy around it, you don't have a great buy. What do you think?
Gosh, about
do you have 2 saved guns? Do you buy around the 2 saved guns without max loss, or do you eco?
I think you do.
Lose those 2 guns and then buy up fully when Na'Vi hit 14.
I think you actually buy around the 2 guns if you have max round loss bonus. If you have 3.4k, oh then no, then they should save. Yeah. But obviously right now they're trying to work out how the hell do we fix.
They only have 2 round loss bonus if I'm correct. We can have a look at the scoreboard after this tactical timeout. Pretty sure they only have 1900 coming in. Oh yeah, so they go for the eco. That is it. Jesus. This is not a good buy for HellRaisers. It may be a good buy. As Na'Vi, they should be able to find their 14th here, and HellRaisers looking to buy up next round. They will have enough to buy. They'll have 4,400 across the board, so that will be okay at the very least. But how much damage can they get done with these limited weapons that they have into this round?
Limited indeed. So you've got the FAMAS there from Dead Fox and Angel, obviously boosted up towards... actually boosted up towards Banana as well, holding up towards the top of Connector, can see in towards parts. The problem is right now the smoke towards Torres will shroud his vision, but actually it will eventually fade away. So he can get the first frag here, maybe. The problem is right now, Hugo, is you find that 1 frag, but your teammate can't salvage the weapon. It's not quite the same where you get that frag, you get another weapon as well, and there's a real chance. Whoa, that's a clinical shot there from Flamey.
I mean, Flamey's been checking all these angles. He checked the boost where we had that triple boost from Bondik, and now he's checked that. Flamey's ready for everything. Doing very well so far. It will be traded at the very least, but again, the trade's not enough if you're HellRaisers. You need the opening kills. You need a man advantage because you have 2 players on USPs. That will help though. Angel takes down Zeus, so this round got a whole lot more questionable now for Na'Vi. Of all the rounds for them to lose, this cannot be it. This should be their safe round that they should be getting to 14 on. HellRaisers are looking to force more kills, and Woxic aggression will get caught out armorless. So aim punch is a big factor there as Electronic finds that kill and going to look for another one onto the site. It's Bondic left alone to try and hold against the forces. As Na'Vi, they're going to push up and find every single headshot. Issa does stop at least one man, but it won't be enough because Simple's found 2 headshots and Na'Vi have found 14 rounds.
Yeah, once again here, Na'Vi really showing their difference in terms of caliber of teams, caliber of players right now. We saw them in a 11-6 deficit. What was it then? 12-7, I believe. They went 1 for 1. They went for the 4 spot. They won, and ever since then, it's all gone in their way. It seems like for Na'Vi now on their T side, they're able to put their foot down and really show their dominance on Overpass. So 14-12. Now this could be the final full buy-on for HellRaisers. If they lose this one, again, you know, 3.4k max round loss bonus. It's not going to be the prettiest buy going into the next round if they lose it. So a low chance we see overtime here, Hugo, but high chance maybe for a 14-14 score. And if HellRaisers can get it done now. No defuse kits though, and only 3 smokes of 1 minute 30 left on the clock, and no Molotovs. So, in terms of utility, in terms of defuse kits, in terms of firepower as well, with no warp onto Woxic, going to be deducted down to the rifle, there aren't going to be the best odds for HellRaisers in this round, especially after what we've seen.
Do you think it's a misread from Flamey, or... I just question the MP7 when they all have money. That Na'Vi have enough cash to fully buy. They have players on $7,000, $8,000, and he's gone for an MP7. Of course, there's no head armor on HellRaisers. That's something
be better than the AK in that scenario.
You know, I'm not saying it can't get kills, but you know, to throw in such a curveball, such a risk at 14-12 is a dangerous game to play when you could just safely get a rifle. You know what you're getting with that. MP7 can be a bit, you know, a bit RNG at range. We'll see if it works out for them, because Na'Vi want to bring this up close as the bomb goes in first. That's a drop, and that's a rotate now as HellRaisers can draw all the forces back towards A. They know the bomb's here, and that confidence has given them headshots. Dead Fox shuts down the long play, flicks back around. Will he connect the third? There's still Simple here, but he's yet to make his way out through long, giving away his position with a flashbang and the footsteps as well. 20 seconds left on the clock. This round is over.
1 versus 5. Can try and find some exit frags here and get the economy for HellRaisers.
Yeah.
We'll find one. Can he get any more? Those ones connect. Actually, Woxic will win the duel. So 13-14. HellRaisers get it done here when they needed to. When they had the M4s and the firepower, it wasn't really looking too strong for themselves. If they lost this round, obviously, back onto CZs, UMPs and whatnot. So definitely a low chance of seeing overtime if Na'Vi did win that last one. But now then, into round number 28. 14-13. Na'Vi obviously still have money to buy going forward. Obviously, Flamey with the... was it MP7 in the last round towards connected? Maybe because he's playing close range. He wanted to have the SMG. That's the only, you know,
justification.
Thought, yeah, on the justification as you said. So, round number 28. The question is right now for Na'Vi, what's worked for them so far? It seems like they're winning these aim duels when they come on towards the site. It feels like towards the B site especially, their execution's been unsolvable for the players towards the B site from HellRaisers, where they go up towards Monster, smoke heaven, smoke the site, flash up the Molotov barrels as well. It seems like Bondic and... I believe it's Issa. Yeah, Bondic and Issa have been struggling in holding this B site defense. So interesting to see for me if Na'Vi go back towards the B site or they test A once again.
I think B's a good option right now.
Definitely.
Will Na'Vi think the same though? Flash up, Issa gets aggressive, or he may force a kill. He forces 2! Spray control like a god and fully blind. He finds both Flamey and Zeus. The god himself dead. There's now HellRaisers, they've got themselves in a really good spot.
Oh, I like the smoke on the train tracks.
Yeah, stops any kind of B-monster aggression.
The reason that smoke's so powerful, by the way, is because it denies people underhanding the flash through Monster.
Ah, yes, because it's a deep smoke. I like
exactly, exactly. Obviously, when you play close, you can hear the pull of the pin, and it doesn't actually blind you if you're close to Monster when the underhand go through. Just the small little details, boys.
That's a good point. 30 seconds left, though, for Na'Vi to make a play, and they've got the utility to do it, as usual. Holding on to it very late round, and Simple's going to work his way up towards the A site. It's Dead Fox playing close on the corner, but again, he only needs 1 kill from this position. He won't even get that. Simple speeding things up. He could be what Na'Vi needs to secure this round, to pull it back from a 5-on-3. He's certainly done the job of taking 1, and the site's given up by HellRaisers. They have to retake this together. There's no way one player should push in alone. That's a big kill as well. Angel drops Electronic through the wall, so now this retake is looking up. Simple's low towards short. There it is, Woxic's done it. There's a 1v4 here on the site. Edward has to hold off alone. Gets the first, Molotov to the bank. 2 players to push up through the stairs. He hears them. They're both double peeking, and Issa, he'll get the kill. HellRaisers 14 rounds. They brought this all the way back. It looked like Na'Vi were about to close out the map, but HellRaisers want to go all the way.
How much cash has Na'Vi got left in the bank? 14-14. We're all squared up now at round number 29. And they do have enough to buy up into this one, thankfully, after the bomb plant. Obviously, if they didn't get the bomb down the last one, I mean, that would have been, what, $4,000 just for a few of these players. So that could be all the lifeline they need into this one itself. So no orb going to be coming out for Simple. But apart from that, actually a UMP investment there for Flamey, so you can buy extra utilities. Money was rather low. How are they going to structure this one? Flamey going in towards Connector once again, so they can take control of Connector. There's no opposition coming out towards Con from HellRaisers. It's going to be Dead Fox towards Toilets, towards A-Long is Woxic. We've seen no control towards A-Long really, apart from Simple and I believe it was Zeus one round. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, the B bomb site has worked so many times for Na'Vi, and it seems like they're going back to the old faithful.
14-14 as well. 28 rounds deep to this map. Na'Vi looking to finish off what they started on Inferno. Utility thrown over the top. HellRaisers, this is their last chance to defend this B site. They've been unsuccessful in previous attempts, but this time that's got to change. Flash through. Bondik's blind. He doesn't shoot with it. Luckily, Issa does. 2 kills. Sprays 3 from Issa. He's been struggling so much this map, but this time he's not going to. Shuts down the B push. Zeus trying to come in with a response, does get the first kill, and with Angel low as well, there's an opportunity for a second. Zeus now in a 1v2. Maybe making this one doable. Fakes the footsteps back towards short. In fact, doesn't fake them. He commits with it, but they'll hear this. Now that's a fake. That'll make Dead Fox question it, but he's already holding the angle down from short, leaving Woxic to defend long. So Zeus, position where he could get the bomb down, but with so many angles unchecked, he doesn't know exactly where HellRaisers are. So an option for aggression here is a good idea. Push, get a kill, go for the plant. Maybe even wrap A if you have time. Woxic posted though, and Zeus, surely he walks into this angle. He does. Woxic's done it, Issa has done it, and HellRaisers have found 15.
Oh, we're going to be seeing the pause from Na'Vi. That is the question right now. You've got 13 seconds to work out your money. So, pause comes to fruition. Oh, if we could see the money, please, that'd be brilliant.
About 29. Yeah, 29.
There we go. So, 2.7. They can drop over an AK. We might see Zeus drop an AK to Simple.
It's just a big risk because it puts out one of your players
completely. Or Edward drop it over, because at this point, do you see Na'Vi winning the round? Do you see Na'Vi winning the round without an AK?
No.
Exactly. So,
yeah, I think Zeus has got 21 kills. So at this point, you don't throw Zeus you don't make Zeus drop the AK. You give Zeus the AK, or Simple for that matter.
You can only afford one in terms of drop unless Zeus drops one as well. So it's either. I think it's Flamey drops to. Sorry, Edward drops.
I don't think they'll do this.
Simple.
But
yes, they have done it. I think.
No, Edward bought up multiple times.
Oh, I just saw. Yeah.
I would say Edward drops a gun to Simple. We see like UMPs on everyone else, and Edward just plays Glock and has to suck it up. You know, I think that would be the best bet. But hey, I'm not a pro. Triple UMP for Na'Vi, double CZ. That would certainly get the job done if you're going for a quick execute, but HellRaisers have the Molotovs to stop exactly that. Na'Vi take control of the connector very fast, and there's no resistance here. Dead Fox is on the outer side, but he'll hear the footsteps, so fall back towards short. Molotov to stop Na'Vi from taking that position.
So the buy isn't the best for Na'Vi, and that's an understatement. 3 UMPs into commission into this final round here. 2 CZs as well as all they have to try and fight back to force OT. Coming in towards middle, they want to go in towards Toilets, have those close range duels with the SMGs and CZs. They can try and actually flood the A site. If they go for a fast execution here, Hugo, maybe they can counter the AWP if Woxic gets a little bit too aggressive. This could definitely work here for Na'Vi.
Ooh, damage though. Electronic tagged up early. That will be another little check in the box for HellRaisers. Taking down these players. Woxic needs to be careful. If a flashbang comes through, he has no real retreat path. And now he has no teammate to back him up. Flamey's taking the kill. Woxic will follow up, but he's blind. Can't hit the no-scope. Flamey's found that frag. Surely if all rounds Na'Vi the win on this A site, it won't be this one. Angel drops the bomb, but he doesn't know it just yet. These rotations need to come back in, but the plant needs to come in as well. 44 seconds for Na'Vi. They can slow down a little bit. Angel's running out of ammo on the site. He'll get taken down, but that nade drops the bomb. Now this gives another opportunity for HellRaisers to contest with the site because they have a 2v2 and they take it back in their hands. Bondik another frag to Edward and Electronic a 1v2 with a CZ and 16 points of health. He may have the surprise on Bondik, but he's so low. It's only going to take one bullet and he'll receive a bullet to the head. But Issa saves the day. The man of the match without a doubt with over 30 kills, Issa.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like as well, Issa was the change required towards the B site for HellRaisers in defending that B site versus the monster executions we saw from Na'Vi. It felt like Na'Vi's execute when they went for the fast monster play, rushing out with the Molotov towards barrels. They had their number in terms of the CT defense. Then we saw Bondik and Issa playing close towards the smoke. They had the smoke thrown Yeah, as you saw, it goes deep into Monster Tunnel, so they can't be flashed through. But then obviously we saw, basically the game pretty much set towards the speed bomb site. Could HellRaisers hold versus the execution? And as soon as they could, basically put a stop to any rounds in favor of the CIS side.
I'm very impressed at HellRaisers, though. I mean, you know, they had the lead into that map, but at some point, like, Na'Vi had so much control with that scoreline being so favorable for them, 14-12. So I'm happy that HellRaisers have done it. They've shown they, you know, aren't falling off completely after the downtime, after the end of the last season, of course, because first map definitely didn't show too much from this HellRaisers side, but this one is a different story completely. Both teams looking good into this season of Pro League. Can't say the same about others like LDLC, been struggling so far, but we are on the first day, and there's still plenty more to come, Snots.
Oh, definitely. Also, as well, a thing to note is the fact that both pistols were won by HellRaisers. So, 16-14, both pistols won for HellRaisers. Does that really tarnish the win? Not really. In terms of Na'Vi, yes, they had such a strong T side, but it felt more like a game of wits, right? In terms of, could HellRaisers think of a way of denying the execution victories for Na'Vi? Big thing as well is Na'Vi's afterplant play has been unbelievable so far in Pro League. Obviously, it's only been 2 maps, but in the afterplant positions, you know, 2 versus 4s, 2 versus 3s, 1 versus 2s, it felt like Na'Vi always had a chance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not only that, but HellRaisers had some sloppy retakes, especially on the A side of this map. This boost was so unlucky. Flamey, check there. Yeah, also check the next boost.
Yeah, kids, eat your greens and check your angles.
Yeah, I love it. Flamey looking very, very nice into this map, which is good. A player that was received a fair bit of flack as well the previous year with Na'Vi not having too much success, but no, it's not just a simple show today. Everyone stepped up, really. Zeus had a great game, although it didn't result in the victory. Again, Flamey checking boosts left and right, and Na'Vi, well, very close map. I'm impressed, and I'm excited to see how they perform in the rest of this season.
This was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you want?
An ace.
Yeah, that's a good point. A win will do for HellRaisers 16-14 in that second map. And now our third and final series on the B stream for tonight. It is going to be LDLC, the team that struggled versus Astralis, up against the new boys on the block, AGO.
I like the way you describe that, new boys on the block. Let's say the block is figuratively, you know, Tier 1, Tier 2 Counter-Strike, and the well-known teams, okay? It feels like AGO recently have been turning heads, and now they're starting to get noticed, get the world, you know, recognition essentially in terms of the limelight, and I'm really happy for them. Great play, you know, they stuck together through the roster changes. They have 3 coaches, 2-year contracts, so a long-term goal for AGO, which I really like. Obviously, a lot more to talk about after the break, but yeah, anything else?
No, I'm excited to see AGO play again. You know, we've not really seen them up against these top-tier teams. And while LDLC have been struggling, it's still a Pro League team. You can't take that away from them. They've been there for many seasons. So we'll see how they perform. We'll see if AGO have a good start in their debut up next.